Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on that Marx 1998 Union Pacific diesel that showed up. And as you see, it is in really, really decent condition. So you used the transition car for the Lionel to tab and slot and just dropped it into that tilt coupler on the back of this locomotive. Now, this is actually running quite well. Put a few drops of oil in it, took the motor out. My hat's off to whoever designed the wheel covers. It's quite intricate. It comes apart like a Chinese puzzle box. Anyway, the 1998 has a buzzer, an electric buzzer, basically a electric solenoid mounted in the shell to give it the sound of power, as you hear. And it's just a constant buzzer that runs every second that this locomotive has power applied to it. So I'm very likely either going to bypass that or put a switch on it. It's actually quite annoying. Anyway, this locomotive is running just absolutely perfectly. A couple drops of oil, and this is the result. That's 50% power pulling 10 Lionel cars. Got the headlight repaired. Actually, it was just loose. Pulled it out, cleaned off the contactor, screwed it back in, up and running. As you see, this is running just absolutely perfectly. 50% power, pulling 10 Lionel cars with no problem at all. And of course it runs forward and reverse. I do not like that buzzer, I've got to admit. That's the first thing I think I'm going to take out, is this buzzer. Because as soon as you apply power, either direction, and that buzzer is mounted right there to make sure you hear it all the time. So anyway, just want to do a quick follow-up video on this. As you can see, this was worth $15.50. These things sell for 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks. And not in this good of condition. There's nothing wrong with this at all. As you can see, it is in just absolutely splendid condition. It's dirty, and it's had some runtime, no doubt, but it's in really, really decent shape. It runs good. It's complete. Front and rear coupler, tilt, yes, but front and rear coupler nonetheless. So I'll be putting an adapter in the rear coupler and convert it to very likely to plastic knuckle. I've got a drop-in adapter I can just snap into that. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this 1998. As you see, it runs just absolutely perfectly. But I have to admit, that buzzer is just absolutely annoying. So the first thing I'm going to do is disassemble this, take that buzzer out of there, or disconnect it or put a switch on it, like I said. Anyway, really, really decent shape. $15.50. You really cannot beat that. As you can see, overall condition is just excellent. There's no major damage to it at all. It's got a couple little nicks and dinks in it, but it's complete. No broken railings. Front and rear trucks, front and rear couplers, light bulbs working, it's running splendidly, E-unit works. Really hard to beat the price, $15.50. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. I was really curious to see how it was going to run. It looked good in the photos, but like I said, you never know on eBay buying something from a description and a photograph. But as you can see, it was worth the 15 bucks. There's no doubt about that. That is running just absolutely perfectly. I haven't done anything to it yet but oil it. Running just absolutely splendidly. But that buzzer's got to go. Anyway, I just want to do a quick follow-up on this. I'll do another one after it's cleaned up and ready to go. But always fun to unbox a new locomotive, especially when you can get one cheap. And it's really surprising it didn't go higher than that. Like I said, you see these things selling for 40, 50, 60 bucks in this condition, sometimes worse condition than this. This is in really decent condition. No damage to it at all. No physical damage. Anyway, it runs good, it looks nice, and it was inexpensive. So just a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.